Welcome to Dungeon Call, Above Board's maiden voyage into the world of Dungeons & Dragons. My name is Travis Oates. I'll be your dungeon master for this story. I'm going to do my best to paint you the picture of the original world of Lear, a place where gods walk among men and the politics of the gods rules the day. I'm not alone here, however, so let me introduce to you the players that are going to take this journey with me. Over here we have Leaf Gantfort.
Hi.
Dan Billet.
Hello.
Ashley Morgan.
Hey.
And over here we have Alexa Cappiello.
Hey.
Shay Parker.
Hi.
Brian Spillane.
Hello.
And our two very special guest stars, Jason Charles Miller.
Hey.
And Becca Scott.
What's up, above board?
This campaign will be divided into chapters, like a novel. Each chapter will be from 2 to 4 episodes long. And at the beginning of each chapter, I'm going to read you a little story, a snippet, sometimes a doctrine of one of the gods, but it'll have something to do with the story that you're about to hear within that chapter. Today's chapter will be the origin, which is appropriate since this is the beginning and origin of Dungeon Call.
In the beginning, there was nothing. The universe was a dark and convoluted whirlwind of rock, dust, and energy. There was no life. There was no warmth. But most importantly, there were no gods. It was a maelstrom. Millennium after millennium, this was how it was, and how it would be until the beginning of time. Well, you see, it was this that set our dimension apart from the rest. In the maelstrom, there was no time. Nothing grew old. Nothing was ever born. Things just existed within the brew. Until Lear, the father of the great gods. From out of the whirling mass of energy and debris he was cast, the single occupant of an otherwise solitary existence. With him, the silent sands of time began to fall. Lear looked around and saw something beyond the myriad strands of rubble and waves of dust. He saw life. So Lear began to concentrate and pulled the endless spray of matter that whirled around him toward his body. Piece by piece, he drew the debris in until the planet that was later given his name was formed. Lear found himself in the center of this newly constructed sphere. To maintain its cohesion, Lear found that he would have to stay within its core until the end of time. So began the first of Lear's 8 sacrifices for mankind. Next, to add life to this dead mass of rock he had formed, Lear split his essence in 2 and gave rise to his wife, sister, Dariah. Dariah was named Life-Giver, the mother goddess of man. And soon after her birth, she created a lush atmosphere on the barren planet with her newly granted powers. Through Lear, Dariah gave birth to the first 4 great gods. Malik, the elder god, the god of discord, the bright-eyed beast. Jor, the iron warrior, god of glory. Thon, the god of death, the blind archer. And Ceresia, the younger god, conscience of the gods. It was at this point Dariah decided to create her ultimate work of art, humankind. Because of her nature, she decided to allow each of her children to take part in her creation. Jor went first, gave them strength and the knowledge to live above other creatures and use the world's vast resources for his own existence. Thon gave human beings a soul, ensuring that No person would ever live long enough to challenge those that had created them, but also seeing that in their own way, mankind would still have immortality. When it became Malak's turn to grant a gift to humanity, however, Malak instead saw an opportunity to bolster his own power. To the human being, he said, I give the gift of divine recognition. Mankind will be the only one of Daria's creations that will know of the existence of the gods. They will be a being easily swayed by that which they do not understand, and it will be the only creature that will hold the ability to increase a god's power by their simple worship. And so, through his gift, Malak gave birth to the politics of the gods, interlinking the fate of man and the immortal ones forever. Upon seeing this, Sirecia held back her gift. My gift is the withholding of my gift, she said. One day, humankind will be led to the brink of their own destruction. When that day comes, I will be there with my gift, and I will even the odds for humanity and allow them to choose their own destiny, unhampered by the will of any god. From that day forth, Sirecia was known as the Goddess of Hope, and her symbol was that of a glass vial, fashioned unopened by the most skilled glassblower. Followers of Sirecia are given such a vial when they are initiated into the fold, and it is said that if such a follower were to actually open their vial, Sirecia herself would come to their aid.
When we join our story with one of those glass blowers, his job is to create those vials that sit around the neck of every follower of Sirecia from their moment of their choosing. His name is Tobias. Brian, give us an idea of what Tobias looks like.
Tobias is very tall and thin. He has black hair that has started to turn gray in wisps of highlights, showing a life that's been well-lived and some experiences along the way. He has suntanned, rugged skin with some deep creases that have also come along with his journeys in life. He dressed humbly with leather attire that also shows the signs of wear and tear. He is obviously not a wealthy man. And yes, he is a cleric under within the Church of Sirecia, his god.
A special kind of cleric called a glass blower.
Yes, he is a cleric that does the glass blowing that you were talking about. He has the skill to create the glass vials like the one that hangs around his own neck that he was given on the day of his choosing. His is made out of black obsidian. Sirecia's generally the crystals are clear, white, and bright. Something about the path that Tobias has taken has made his crystal start as a black obsidian, but he is a new convert, recently becoming part of the servants to the god of Sirecia.
Tobias works at the Lion's Peak Sanctuary to Sirecia in Jura, which is the largest city on the continent, and really the largest city in all of humanity. You just started working there.
Yes.
Not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually share a space with a woman named Lorithil Waterston, who is also a novice. She is actually a seer of Sirecia, a type of a cleric that is all about seeing the future. In walks a woman who you've seen around the sanctuary numerous times, but you haven't really had much activity with her. Her name is Wyndham. She comes in, looks around the room. Seems like she's looking for something or someone. Spots you, looks away, looks back at you, looks away. She seems annoyed. She looks back at you. Are you by any case Tobias?
Yes, I am. I am Tobias. Can I help you?
Yes, you could tell me why you're in this room and not in the courtyard where you're supposed to be at this moment.
Is it that time already? I was distracted. I've often wander through the church for inspiration.
Literally share an office with a seer, someone who can see into the future,
Yes.
and yet you're late to everything.
Yes, I am, and I apologize. It's just I'm so everything's so fascinating to me here. I can't stop wandering the grounds and taking it. I will report to the courtyard right now. But you, ma'am, may I ask? Do I know you? Oh my God, it's you! My goodness. Yes. I will. I'm very flustered at the being caught off guard.
You should know of me, young, well, not really young. You're a bit
Thank you
old
for
an
that, by the
office, but you should at least know of me. I don't have time for this. You explain to him. I will give you 5 minutes. Okay. If you are not in the courtyard in 5 minutes, I will find someone else for this task. And you will not like the consequences. And out she storms.
Oh, wow, that was...
Lorithil is looking down at her work as if she has not heard any of this whatsoever.
A heads up, Oracle, you couldn't give me a little warning?
What?
It would have been helped if we work a little bit like a team here. You could give me a little bit of heads up if I'm walking into it,
Did you see the postings?
Excuse me?
The postings. Every day there are postings that tell us what our tasks are for the day. Did you check your postings?
Not today.
All right. I'm going to give you a note. It's going to be in your pocket. And every day when you walk in here, I want you to pick up the note and look at it.
All right.
She writes something down and hands you the note.
Right.
Do you look at it?
I'm looking at it right now.
She says, check your postings.
I am checking my posting right now. I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
This first item, the text is a little blurry. It doesn't look like it's printed good.
Check your postings is what it says. It says check your postings.
All right. I'm doing that.
Do you know what the postings are?
When it was explained to me originally, I believe it was the list of activities that are coming up, but I may have misremembered that.
Do you know where the postings are?
The postings? Could you direct me to remind me where the postings are? Would that be something I could ask you to do?
Yes, very
Yes,
fine.
I apologize to put you through this again, but yes.
Nope, completely understandable.
Yes.
Completely understandable.
Yes.
You've only been here, what? A month. So.
It's been a very, very quick month.
No, I understand. All right, follow me.
But one more time, if you would mind.
Yes. Check. All right. Here we go. Come.
Yeah.
The two of you hustle off. And you literally walk down the hallway to a cross-section of hallways, and there is a board, large board.
Yes.
And it says postings right on the board.
Right.
And she says, this is the postings. Mm-hmm. It's really difficult to miss. You literally walk through it. You have to get to our office. Yeah. It says postings. Now, do you remember your name?
Yes, I do remember that, Tobias, and...
Yeah, let me show you how this works.
Okay, please.
I'm looking at the postings, and I'm looking for a name, not my own, for I've already seen them, and I know what I'm supposed to do today. However, I do see your name here. Mm-hmm. Oh, it says you were supposed to be in the courtyard 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
You were supposed to meet Wyndham.
Yes.
You know who Wyndham is?
I've met her.
Yes, you just did.
Yes, she's a bit of an attitude, if you ask me.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah. She said that I only had 5 more minutes to get there. We've used up part of that time.
3.5 of them?
Yes, so I only have 2.5 more minutes to get to that.
That is very bad math. You have 1.5 minutes.
Wait. Oh, I thought you said we used half of them.
There's no math.
Oh,
No.
yeah. I'll take your word for it. A minute and a half, yeah.
Sure.
Remind
And
me
we've
how
now
long-
discussed math for 30 seconds. Actually 1 minute.
I'm going to have to run, aren't I?
Courtyard is 45 minutes away.
Yes.
Do you want to know what you're supposed to be doing today? Because you might want to check that
Yeah,
before
that
you
was
get
my
there.
next question. As
Yeah.
we look at the postings,
All right, you look at the postings, and it says that you are supposed to deliver a very important medallion to a client, and you're to pick it up in the courtyard
yes.
from Wyndham, who is the headmistress of this particular sanctuary. So she's the big boss.
Of our sanctuary.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to be picking up the medallion from her, I see. It's frustrating to me that I understand why she's so irritated, but if she went to all the trouble to find me, I do wish she had brought the
30
medallion.
seconds.
I'm going to run. I'm running back to the courtyard.
All right.
And off I go. I'm pretty sure I know the way, but not 100%.
All right, well, make a wisdom check.
All right.
Make a wisdom check and
All right.
9.
yeah, well, that's a failure.
Getting lost on the way to the
So
courtyard.
you move about down a couple wrong hallways. I'm going to say it takes you probably an extra at least, let's say 3 minutes to make your way to the courtyard. By the time you get there, you're exhausted because you've been running like full out this entire time.
And you're old.
Yeah, and you're old.
Here you are. I have made it. Do you have the medallion that...
Thank goodness. I was afraid you were going to ask why you were here. Yes, I have the medallion in this package. Now listen, look at me, look in my eyes. This is an incredibly important artifact.
Yes.
What you have in there is you have a medicinal medallion that has taken 1 year for the priests here at the sanctuary to construct. It is for a little girl in another, in a city far from here. She has what's called sovereign's disease. Do you know what sovereign's disease is?
I don't. I don't know what Sullivan's disease is. I feel like I should. And if you could help me.
Oh, the list of things that you should know is so long. Yes, sovereign's disease is called that because it's a disease that rules over you for your entire life. It
That
is,
would have been my guess, by the way.
it is incurable by magic. However, we have developed a method in which we can suppress the effects of sovereign's disease. There is a man, her father, I believe, who is coming here to pick it up.
Yes.
You are to meet him at the gate
Okay. Yes.
in half an hour. Well, not really half an hour. That would have been if you had been here on time. So I believe you have, just doing the math, 21 minutes
Yes.
to get all the way to the front gate of Jura.
Yes.
Do you have a swift horse?
I don't have a swift horse.
Then I somehow suggest that you find some miracle. Maybe break open your vial and see if Cerecio can help you. Don't actually do that.
I wasn't, but...
Well,
thank you
you're
for the
going
wink.
to get your cardio in. I suggest you start running now.
Yes, I'm off then.
All
Wait,
right.
but give me the medallion, please. I see you. Thank you. Got it.
So it's actually a package. The medallion is not hanging up.
Great.
It's a package, and she hands it to you.
Thank you. And off I run. Full speed
All
to
right.
the gate of Jura, which I do know where that is, having been there before.
Excellent. We leave Tobias and head over to a very different kind of place of learning called the Keppel's Hill Chrono Observatory. Now, the Chrono Observatory is the central place of learning in Jura for the god Nagelit, god of discovery and time. There are all kinds of fascinating experiments done on time and science and the meanings of the universe. However, none of those experiments are being done currently by a man named Teal. In fact, Teal is what they call a grain counter. They call him a grain counter because he literally counts seconds. In fact, he is currently working on a project where he is counting down part of the seconds of a battle that is to happen 1 month from today, in the future. Time, you see, for the Temple of Magellan is not linear. So he is counting these seconds to, well, do what exactly, Teal?
Listen, it's very important that you measure every conceivable moment in time, because we know that Magellan can see the future, is experiencing the future at all points. And so we need to know that we are understanding his wisdom the exact same way that he does, or at least to the best of our ability that we can. So,
in other words, it's busy work.
some people might call it that. I mean, sure, I am doing the second pass on this particular minute. I'm verifying what has been recorded, which is important to science. You do need to know that when you are finding something out scientifically, you need to be able to verify your results. So I am verifying it, and it is
Now,
important.
what does Teal look like?
Teal is a very young-looking man. Magellan people in general age slowly, and so he looks to be about 18, 19, 20. He's very slight, very, very thin man, kind of man, stays inside all the time, so he's very pale, and has purely white hair.
And he is a time walker.
He's a time walker. He's a kind of wizard that specifically deals with time, casting spells into the time stream and then retrieving them at a later or future date. So I carry around a powerful staff, which is the symbol of Magellan, and this is more technology than arcane magic. It is has a lot of mechanisms attached to it, and it is very technical, and it is essentially a computer that I use to cast my spells.
And in fact, your spells are encoded in binary.
Yes, they are. So even if you know how to read, a spell book, you're not figuring out what's in my staff.
In fact, a Time Walker is one of the 10 unique mages on Lear that cast spells in a way that is completely different than how regular magic works. Now, you are working with a pair of twins, Delver and Delilah Rackham. I believe you take each minute and split it up into 20 seconds, or do you take a minute apiece, or how does that work?
So Delver is the first 20.
Sure.
I'm in the middle 20. Delilah is in the later 20. Because we need to work together on this minute and then collect them all as a piece. But they cannot be trusted to collect the 20s next to each other. So I have to separate them. Delver and Delilah, they're constantly bickering.
They are, and in fact, they're incredibly competitive.
Yep.
And today, as they are going over their work, they've gone over it 3 times now.
Ooh.
They are racing each other to see who can complete the task first. And this time it's Delilah, and she yells out, "Done!" and slams down her materials. And Delver's like, "Oh, I was so close, so close. I was this close."
Yeah.
Well, you might have been close, but you didn't get it, did you? No, I didn't.
Listen, Delver, next time, you're fast on the details, but this is a bigger picture kind of moment. I mean, bigger in that it's still a second, but this is a pinnacle moment of the battle. So you gotta take in the whole thing to account. Well, once we get to the specific fights, I think then you might have the.
Says the man who still hasn't finished his work.
Ooh. Okay, but you know what? Because you guys are in this moment of competition, it's very distracting. So I'm still okay.
That's right, Delilah. Some of us like to take a little bit more time and do the work right. Isn't that right?
I think Delilah's work is excellent. So I'm not saying that you're in any way rushing through it or anything. But I do want to make sure that I get my. I do want to make sure that I get
He
my.
thinks you're shite. Well, that he thinks your work is shite.
I didn't say
That's what
that.
he's trying to say.
I did not say.
We
I
both
did not
think
say
your
that.
work is shite.
No, I didn't say that.
None of us liked it.
Listen, I
Not
think
completely
You know
fault
what?
of
You guys are both better than me at this, so I think you could both like take solace in that at one point. So if anything, since you finished early, could you help me get finished? I've only looked over it twice.
Now, you know we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to help. We're not allowed to assist. You have to do the work yourself. You're destined to do the work yourself. You know the way this works.
I know. But like the Minute Keeper's not here right now, so
You only got 2 seconds left to go. Could you just do them now?
fine.
So as you are running the math, and it actually pretty complicated because you are looking at future seconds.
Yes.
You come across a problem. The last second in your 20 is missing.
Okay. Hey guys, something's a little weird. I don't. I know you can't. I know you can't.
Delilah. She's a little weird.
Well-
We all think you're weird, Delilah.
That's not not what I'm saying. No.
I think he's weird too.
Thank you.
You're not supposed to be listening, Mauricio. Okay. This is.
Well,
this
then
is,
keep it down.
this is our minute. Okay. So, I'm looking at 39, and then at the end of 39, when it goes to 40, 40's not there. Have you guys ever seen this?
Well, that's not possible.
I didn't. I would have agreed.
What do you mean it's not there?
I mean, if I could let you look, I would show you, but I can't. So I'm just kind of describing it.
Look
But
at
like,
the math. Let me look.
well, here it's.
All right, looks at that. It's like, all right, that's. Well, you've got a problem because you're missing a second.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
that's never happened before. How do you lose a second?
I know. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay, what's weird is it was here yesterday.
Yeah, that's. I know. We're
I mean, we looked it over.
so. I think
You're going to jail.
I don't. Kids don't. That's not funny. That's
I
not
mean,
funny.
The
I mean-
equivalent of it. I don't know what you've done. You've taken a second.
Okay, I need to. Maybe if I
Check
just
your
maybe,
pocket.
maybe if I just recheck it. If I just go over it again, it'll be there. Because that's not possible to lose a second. It's not. It's
All right, look, we're not allowed to do the work for you, but we can watch you do the math
right. Okay.
and
Yeah.
point out when you get it wrong, because obviously it can't be missing a second.
I would be offended, but I'm too scared. So yeah, I'm okay. Okay. So I'm going over here. I'm looking at 39, and I go through the complex chronologic that we can't. It'll take too long to explain it in.
They're both
in this,
there, one on each side, each shoulder, pointing out
Exactly. Yeah.
where you might go wrong, but you don't.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought.
And you get to the end of it, and you are still missing a full second.
Like I'm not crazy, right? This is. You guys see this too, right?
Well, you can be both. But no, this is a problem. It's not a small problem. I mean, it's a small second, but it's a big problem.
Yeah. No, I know. That's the thing. It's like it should. I know nothing's really happening in the second, or at least I assume nothing's really happening because nothing's happening in the second before it, and then there's not much that's happening in the second after it. Right, Delilah. So it's not like it's that. It shouldn't be that important, but.
You know what we have to do? We have to call Vogel.
I don't want to call Vogel.
Yeah, you got to call Vogel.
I don't want to call Vogel because
Vogel,
Vogel.
of course, is the time master that controls this entire division.
I really don't want to call Vogel.
All right, I'll call him, she says. And she walks out of the room.
No.
Okay.
Okay. It's fine.
You know,
It'll be
you
fine. It'll be fine.
shite. There's a communication network, you bunny. You're in so much trouble.
Please.
You really should have told him yourself. I don't know what she's going to tell him. She's going to make something up.
He's already mad at me.
He's going to search you for seconds.
I'm not carrying it anywhere. It's gone.
I know, but just think of what they might do to you to try and find it.
Please stop. Please. I know. Okay. You know what?
Places they might look.
I know.
Places.
Shut up. I know that you're trying to mess with me, and I don't appreciate it.
I don't know that I am. You're freaking me out.
I'm freaking myself out. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, you know what? I can't. I'm just gonna go find Vogel. So I can't stand the waiting. So I go and find Vogel.
All right, so you rush out of the room to collide
Yes.
with an older man. He looks to be about infinity. Which means that if he's a time walker and he looks that old, he's really old.
Yeah, he's
We're
infinity and a
talking
half.
4 digits, most likely, because time walkers age so slowly. And you, as you collide with him, you hear a wheeze come from him, and he doubles over.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you? Let me help you up.
That's horrifying.
Oh, that was my stomach. Oh, just give me a moment.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Someone get me a doctor or a chair.
I've got it. Well, we've got a chair. So.
Sure. All right, he sits. Oh, okay.
So I don't know what Delilah told you.
She told me that you lost a second, and I assumed that she was out of her mind.
I should say, I didn't lose it. It's just gone. So it's not.
Show me your math. I'm sure you've made a mistake.
I would love to find out that I've made a mistake.
Me, young eel. You cannot lose a second. A second is not like a mind. One cannot lose it. One can misplace it mathematically, but you cannot lose a second. Time is consistent, immutable, constant.
Yep.
It's one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe.
Yes.
And you're missing one, he says, looking at the math. No, it's gone.
Yep.
Oh, this is a problem.
That's what people keep telling me.
I've never seen this before, and I've seen a lot of math in my time.
Yeah.
I've counted seconds myself, never lost one.
Has anyone lost one?
Has anyone ever in the entire annals of time? No. Just you. Lucky boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this will not sit well with him.
We don't need to. We don't need to tell him.
Yes, I think we need to involve him.
I don't know that that's necessary exactly. It's because you can find it, right? You could find it. Like if anyone could find it, you could find it.
It's missing.
I know. Yeah,
Do you want me to look? Do you have any ideas?
Is it in a
Where I
different?
might find a missing second?
Could it be in a different minute?
Look, it's behind your ear. No, it's not. You're screwed. Screwed. Cocked it up, boy. I don't know how this happened, and I don't know why it happened to you. But I know this is significant, and I know this is going to have repercussions in your career and perhaps in the fundamental functioning of the universe. But don't worry. And we'll leave there for now. We now move to the central part of town, where 2 men wander the streets. One is looking pensive. The other is looking angry at everything and no one, all at the same time. That's because this man is an avenger of Renhai. Leaf, tell us a little bit about what an avenger is.
An avenger is someone who has been traumatically wronged in the past. Something traumatic has happened to them, and their life at that point becomes a fiery hot focus on getting revenge for who caused that tragic event.
And explain to me a little bit about what you look like. Your name is Felig.
My name is Felig, about 6'3", 240 pounds, let's say. A lot of muscle. But the most distinguishing feature of Felig is that he has a scar on his face. He has a scar that occurred when he was a child, where there's an eagle burned into his skin. And when he took his rite of passage, is that what it's called, correct?
Sure.
Day of
Choosing. Day of choosing.
Day of choosing, and he chose to follow Renhai. He got a red-hot sword also burned into his skin in the talons of the eagle, because that is one of the symbols of a follower of Renhai.
Yes, is a red-hot sword. And the man who is with you, his name is Anders Koval.
Yeah.
Anders is an adept of the Whitehall Monastery, which is where you live most of the time. Adepts are designed to quell the anger of Avengers. What happens is that if Avenger sees a target of their vengeance, and sometimes they might mistakenly think they see a target of their vengeance, they go into an instant rage. And while in that rage, they have a tendency to, kill anybody who gets in the way. And so Anders is there to make sure that you don't go nutty pants. Anders looks around the marketplace. It's about midday. Y'all doing well this time.
Yeah, you know I don't like being out here.
I know. But you've got to exit the walls of the monastery every now and then. If you don't, well, you'll never be able to actually get your vengeance.
Right. So is that what I'm supposed to do now, and we're out here so that I can do that?
Get your vengeance?
Yes.
If you see someone with the symbol that you're looking for, we can certainly discuss it. The odds are slim. We've been here in Girard for 3 years now. Haven't even been able to find information. 3 circles, the horned skull in the center.
Smiling skull.
Even more sinister.
Yeah. Like it's mocking me.
Well, fortunately, didn't throw up this time.
Not yet.
There's right many hours in the day. I don't suppose you want to go shopping?
Hey! What are you looking at? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What are you looking at?
Well, I just, you have such a nice shirt on. I was wondering where you got it.
Piss off before I trim your brackles.
He meant thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
We still have some things to work on.
Well, that's what we're doing, right?
Not everyone is your enemy.
Well, then why was he looking at me like that?
He told you he liked your shirt. You have a nice shirt.
It's not that nice.
I wish I had that shirt.
You want my shirt now?
I want to know where you got it.
You know where I got it.
No, I don't.
You were with me when I got it.
Oh, that's... You know, that shop's not far from here. I could use a nice shirt.
Fine, you want to go shopping? Let's go shopping.
Well, this is your day. What would you like to do?
I would like to do what you would like to do. You want to go shopping, then let's go shopping. Let's go buy you a shirt. And then we can walk around the town matching shirts. And everybody will go, hey, look at those tools. They match. They have the same shirt. That would be great. Let's go buy you a shirt.
I'm detecting some sarcasm.
Oh, is that what that is? I really, honestly, truly want to go buy you a shirt. Let's go buy a shirt.
All right. Let's go buy a shirt.
Picturing a town square with just everyone in the same white tunic.
You guys head for the shirt district in town.
Just the whole district.
Yeah, to get Anders a shirt. We will leave that scene.
Please
Oh,
don't
no. Are you sure you don't want to just go shopping for the next 30 minutes?
Shirt shop.
On the screen now, you're seeing 17 different shirts. You can choose which one you think. No, we're going to leave that for a little bit. To another part of town that's actually not too far away from where we are now, where two young women are looking for a particular individual. We have Elen. Am I saying that correctly?
Elen.
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 I'm going to get that right one of these days.
That's okay. Think like Ashley Lynn. Elen.
Got it. Elen. We have Elen. Now, tell us a little bit about what Elen looks like.
Oh, yeah. So Elen has copper skin. She has beautiful long hair. She is physically attractive. And I only say that not to be vain, but because she follows Belina, who is the goddess of love and beauty and sight.
Can I just say, if saying that your character in D&D is good looking is vain, then every single person I've ever played D&D with is vain.
Not everyone.
Because
everyone.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what she looks like. She is physically fit. She's very strong. She carries 2 short swords. She's learned how to do some weapons training in her past. And she has this notable necklace, these 2 rings that are linked together, which is the symbol of Belina. She really carries her goddess with her. Although she is troublesome and kind of questioning her relationship with her religion, she is not denounced. So she does keep it with her at all times. And that's what she looks like.
She is currently helping her compatriot Cerise look for her sister. Cerise is a rather attractive young woman in her own right. Red hair, fiery temperament. She is a luck chaser of ticket. Luck chasers are thieves that have a variety of luck powers that assist them in their illicit deeds. And she is also the person who taught you how to use your short swords and has been a good friend to you over the past year or so during a very rough time in your life. The two of you have just moved to Jura to try and make a new life for yourselves on the streets of the largest city on the continent. And Cerise is particularly interested in finding her sister, who is currently plying her trade here. She says that she's right in this square. I know from her letters.
You know, we've been looking all day, but I can't seem to find her.
No. We're looking for someone who looks like me, but more plain. She's not as vivacious.
Not as loud.
Or dynamic.
But she has red hair like you, right?
Oh, yes. Hers may be colored.
Oh, good to
I don't know if that's her true... I think she's just trying to copy me.
I think it's fake red, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Span his somewhere.
Oh, no, it's not her.
Ah! She does in the distance spot someone. She jumps up and down, waving her arms.
Over here!
And tell us a little bit, Becca, about the person that she is trying to get the attention.
Step right up, see the magnificent Diane before your very own eyes. There is a street performance going on with Diane. What you see is a woman also with fiery red hair, a thin physique, somebody who maybe is on the run quite a bit, chiseled calves, let's say. And Diane is not as clever as she would have you think, but that would be, disguised by her perpetual smirk. And she wears a hip-length blue cape fastened with a coin. And she seems to have coins jingling between her fingers at all times. In fact, if you look closely, there are 3 coins being switched out. And they move so quickly with her sliding hands, advantage verb.
And she is
I love the sliding
and
hand.
she is a luck chaser of ticket.
Oh, she is.
Which means she's a type of mage that uses coins for her spells.
Yes.
And now that you see Elen, the sister, you have a feeling that Cerise is not being quite honest, that if you were to be completely neutral, Diane would probably be the more attractive of the two. In fact, Diane is quite stunning in her appearance. Really does.
How'd you know I decided to make my D&D character attractive?
Oh,
Not just attractive, but quite stunning.
can I tell you that the last few characters I played were also attractive?
Wow.
What?
No one's as vain, I promise.
Exactly. All right, so you are take me through the what you are trying to what you're performing.
Yes. Well, as a Luckmaster mage, a unique spellcaster in this world,
Yes, one of the other 10 unique spellcasters.
she operates under the goddess Ticket, the goddess of mischief and trickery, and of course, has to make a living somehow. So, what she's doing in her street show is a game not many have heard of. It's quite unique. Step right up. You, sir. She has a tail. Yes, you. Yeah.
Right.
You look smart.
I am. Yeah, I'm totes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you again, sir. Now, I'm going to take this coin and put it under a cup, and then I'll switch these cups around, and you tell me which cup you think the coin's in.
Well, one of the 3 for sure.
That is the smartest answer anyone's ever had.
Thank you.
A round of applause for the gentleman. Round of applause. That's my daddy! It'll just cost you 5 gold pieces if you'd like to play, but I'll give you 10 if you win.
5 gold pieces. All right. I'll do that for 5 gold. Yeah.
Thank you. It's already out of his hand before he even...
Sure.
Great. And she switches them, of course, doing her signature sleight of hand. The coin is nowhere near this table at this point. Which one?
Let's see. It could be under the left one. But you'd be expecting me to say that because left is where lots of coins go.
Too smart. Applause again for the... That's my daddy!
Now, it could be under the right one, but that wouldn't make any sense because you'd expect it to be the right one, right? Because then you'd be like, no, you're right, and it's right. So it's not there. Now, it could be under the middle one. Oh, this is a quandary. It's a quandary and a half. I would say...
Look to the left!
What?
I say the left!
Pick the right, Daddy!
All right, I'm going to pick the left.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She lifts up the center and the right, and there's a coin under each, which of course she slipped there just as she was picking it up.
Oh,
Time.
if I'd picked any other one, I'd be rich now.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, Peony.
Gold.
Sorry, Peony, no food for us tonight.
Hungry, Daddy!
No, it's back to just sucking on a rock and pretending it's food.
I hate it here.
I hate it here too. I wish your mother... What's that?
You can always play again.
No, I have no more money. Not anything. Not a copper.
What about your rock? That's all we got for dinner, lady.
You want a sucking rock?
Yes. Well, I mean, if all you've got is a sucking rock, I wouldn't say no to a sucking rock.
Well, we could get all the money back if we try and put up the sucking rock, Peony.
Or you get 2 sucking rocks!
Oh, then we wouldn't have to take turns. We could have dinner at the same time.
You know what?
Yeah.
I retract my offer. What's that? I hear a carriage. perhaps the authorities. She packs up very quickly.
You hear a scream off in the distance as someone is waving like a mad woman.
Over here! I don't know her. Hello!
Then you see the person next to her also screaming and waving as mad woman. You do recognize that one.
Don't know her. I start walking in the other direction.
Diane!
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 Diane! It's us! I don't think she recognizes us.
Stands.
Oh.
I turn for the rock child.
She knows. She knows. See, she's got some jealousy issues.
Oh, I see.
Diane!
Diane!
They rush.
She was walking in the opposite direction, and then she drops down from on top of a awning of a shop cellar right behind him. What are you doing? Oh!
Huh. She's a quick one, I told you.
She's very quick, and she looks just like you.
Cerise, you're ruining my act.
No, you're ruining your act. I mean, come on. Two? You made it too obvious. Obviously, it's obviously a trick.
Cerise, I almost got a sucking rock.
I don't know if you want a sucking rock. I'm Elen, by the way. Name? Diane, right?
That's right.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry. Has anyone ever told you that you are attractive?
Thank you.
Did you choose that?
I didn't. I was just born this way. I don't mean to be vain, but thank you so much. You're also quite attractive.
I have been saying that my whole life, and my sister disagrees.
She does, but I see that you are quite attractive.
I didn't say you're not attractive.
She just said you weren't as attractive as her.
We're only on screen 5 minutes, and already we've given them something to ship. I mean,
well, I do love all. I love all. I have no qualms about who, what, when, where, how, or why, so.
You must be a follower of Valina.
I am. And you must be a follower of Ticket, as I saw your tricks from afar.
Am I that obvious?
All the Fortuna family is.
Oh, your whole family? Oh, I'm so sorry, Cerise. I'm talking to your sister.
Who in the family are you referring to besides you and I?
Well, our uncle.
Do you call him family?
Well,
Did he even give us a single sucking rock? No.
What is up with you and this sucking rock
It's
situation?
just... You've been too hungry, you sucked a rock.
Can't say that I have.
Well,
well, we
consider
have
yourself
been.
lucky.
Noted.
Sucked a few rocks in my day.
Sure you have, Cerise.
I do swear. I'm a killer until someday.
Really? I didn't know you felt so strongly, man.
I decided the other day.
I'm Kevin. I love family quarrel, but Cerise, now that we've found your sister, what shall we do? I mean, we're just new to Gerard. I'm not really sure what's here.
You know, I wrote you a letter about her. She's my friend that I was hoping that you maybe find some work for.
Yes, please.
Right.
I mean, you did tell me in your letters that you were connected here in Gerard.
Well, I might have exaggerated the truth just a bit.
What?
You see a man in fine robes, looking rather exhausted. He seems like he's been running for a long time. He's an elderly man. You don't think it's good for his health. He's got a package that is being kind of loosely held in his hand, and the package looks important.
Excuse me. Can either of you point me in the direction of the gate of Gerard? I swore I knew where it was.
I certainly can. Your name is Mark, is it not?
Tobias.
Oh, you look like a Mark to me.
I'm sorry. Is it Tobias?
Yeah, Tobias. I
Tobias.
gotta get there. I've like less than 2 minutes. If I screw this up, I'm gonna be in so much trouble back at the.
Where?
I'm confused. Is it Mark or Tobias?
Tobias. He said Tobias.
Yes,
Tobias.
but he looks like a Mark to me.
Oh, yes, he does look like a Mark to me, too.
Anyway, I must be going, and I bump into his shoulder as my hand slips in his pocket.
All right, you want to make a sleight of hand check?
You know I do. Ooh, that's gonna be good. We've got 21.
Ooh.
Well, with that kind of a roll, you get both you got money in your bag?
I do.
Oh no.
No, you don't. Why don't you just throw her the bag? Just throw throw her the bag.
The whole bag.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, the DM said. I mean, I didn't want
Such a bad throw.
And not only do you get his bag, but you also get a package that feels like it has a little bit of weight to it. No, you didn't. You don't know it's gone.
Oh,
Mark.
that's right.
I think I perhaps have a small razor blade that I cut the bottom open, so you're still holding a package, but the base of the package
I would
and the
never let this
contents.
go.
Sure.
This is the most important thing in my life.
You don't know that anything's happened.
No, of course
you
not.
don't know. What you have is two very attractive women.
and
Three actually very attractive
with
women.
both of them, all.
Oh God.
In fact, the whole market is filled with attractive people for some reason.
The entire
With all the matching shirts on all the attractive women.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you never been to the shirt district?
Yeah, you've been to the shirt district. So all you have to do to get to the gate. The gate's not far. We just came through it, did we not?
We did, yes.
So just down the road a little bit. If I were you, I would walk the rest of the way because you look a little peaked.
You look quite tired, quite
Am I close
knackered.
enough that I can walk there in a couple of minutes?
Yes,
you walk quickly.
I would say so.
But not
Yes.
too quickly.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
really
And
tired.
it's down this direction.
Yes.
yes.
So nice to meet you, Tobias.
Thank
Bye,
you
Mark.
Yes.
so much.
You've made our day.
Sorry you've mistaken me for this Mark gentleman, but
No, I understand.
all right. Thank you so much. This is the most important thing in my life. I've got to get to the gate right now. Thank
Excellent.
Good luck, Tobias.
you. Thank you. You're both quite attractive.
Oh. Was he hitting on us?
See, that's how you can negate the fact that we stole from him. That
We
makes it
stole
okay.
from him?
What? You didn't.
Shh. I wasn't.
Don't say it so loud.
We didn't steal from him. We borrowed from him.
Well, what if he really needs it? We shouldn't be stealing from people.
Well, we really need it.
The goddess ticket says what's not theirs is ours now.
If he had had the proper luck, he would still have his items. Is that not right, sister?
That's true.
Yes.
Luck chooses the person, and if they didn't choose luck, well, that's their problem. Another quote of the goddess ticket.
I'm learning this all, and I trust Cerise, so I will also
I
trust
believe
you.
we used to have that embroidered on a pillow, did we not? Yes.
Uncle made us embroider it over and over.
Yeah, so he was an embroidered taskmaster. Good reason to kill him.
So Tyr has a lot of embroidery going on, is it?
Oh, yeah, well, Ticket, yes, Ticket
Okay.
does.
It's good to. I'm learning so much about your god.
What did we find?
Let's open it up.
Well, not here. Perhaps behind this curtain.
So we
Curtain?
all sneak behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Shop,
We're-
just a little.
Curtain District is right next to the shirt district.
It's a booming town.
Yeah. It's part of the Fabric District, which is the larger district. It brought smaller districts. All right.
If you're good at sleight of hand, you don't just go showing things out in the open. As soon as we step behind, I reveal what we
All
have.
right, so you see a heavy amulet. Let's see, do either... everybody make a medicine check, and I'll
Everybody?
make one. No, just the two of them. Nope, I rolled a 1, so that's not
Yikes.
even...
5.
7.
You have no idea what this thing is. It's pretty,
Shiny.
and it certainly looks like it's of excellent craftsmanship, but you have no idea the significance of this, no idea what it's for, but I bet you could get a pretty penny for it.
It looks
try
really
and find
nice. It's really pretty, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
That just means it's more valuable than we know.
That means we should give it back to that poor man who ran all the way here.
Elen, it's so nice to meet you. And also,
Thank you.
I think we're going to have to talk about the way I do things and the way things are done here in Dra. We don't give things back.
But if we don't need it, we don't know what it is, we should give it back to that poor... He ran all the way here from God knows where, and he's walking up there with nothing.
Oh,
How about this?
he was Ceresian.
Yes.
Definitely Ceresian.
Oh,
So
Maybe even a priest.
Yeah, the following of life. And so life says we've got to eat to live, so we will sell this, and then he'll find it from a shopkeep later and get it back.
Look, he follows the goddess of hope,
okay.
and I'm certain he hopes that someday he'll get this back.
Oh, you two are so naughty. Okay,
We've given him a reason to hope, and that is a great gift.
That is a very great gift. Hope and love are very great.
Meanwhile, we move to the gate, where a man named Declan and his compatriot Varn are sitting at the gate waiting for a package. I'm so worried, Declan.
This is the end of our quest. This is where we get the medallion. We can heal your daughter.
I just
We're
can't.
almost there.
I can't watch her suffer anymore. The poor thing. She's so young, and this has been such a burden for her.
All the arrangements have been made. This is the last final moment. We can get the medallion and take it back. And your daughter will be healed.
I guess you're right about not entering into the city. It's a den of thieves, according to everything we've heard.
It's so stifling there, you know.
Now, tell us a little bit about what Declan looks like.
Declan is quite an attractive man.
You're almost so close to it.
The absolute first thing you notice. No. He's decked out in leather and animal skins. He's in all earthy tones. He's a suntanned, tall man, 6'2". You notice his tattoos all over his arms, but also on his head there are tattoos. He looks like the textbook version of what a druid would be. You can tell right away he's a man of the wood and the mountain and of the grasslands. He has spent his entire life living outside.
And he's an animist of Vathorus, who is the god of forests, mountains, and valleys.
Yes, and animists in particular, they have a much more close spiritual tie to the animal world. And they're just as comfortable in animal form as human form. Now, Declan has not gained that ability yet, but he feels that any day it's going to come upon him. And so he's preparing for that daily. He thinks that actually the completion of this quest and getting this medallion, this amulet back for his friend's daughter might finally give him the powers.
And you're a bit of a protector of your people from a town called Caridian, which is a few hundred miles from here. It's quite a journey. It's quite a journey. This medallion, a priest of Ceresia, came to Caridian, did a ritual on Varn's daughter to get her signature, and was able to take this signature, and over the next year was able to form it into a medallion that would suppress this very terrible disease that she has. You see a priest of Ceresia exit the gate, looking around frantically for somebody. He literally looks like he ran a marathon. He's just covered in sweat, just dripping and just fully exhausted.
Wait, so
you have no idea, by the way, who you're giving this to. You have no idea. Like, you're looking around.
It's supposed to be a man. It was a man. Yes, it was a man who had a daughter. Okay, a man with a daughter. Looking for a man with a daughter. Oh God, I don't see any daughters.
That can't possibly be the one.
Excuse me, sir. So I'm looking for a man with a daughter. Have you seen anyone here? You either as well. Either of you seen a man with a daughter? I need to meet him. I've been appointed time. I believe I've made it in time. Sure.
Well, my friend here, Vaughn, has a daughter. Are you from the temple?
Yes.
Do you have a medallion for us?
I am, yes. I believe I have a medallion. It's in this box. It's been protected, and I've been the protector of the box that's protecting the medallion inside. It's been very well protected. I have been tasked with a very important task that I need to get right. Sorry, I know it's about you, but I need to share a little bit about me. God, it's been a very rough month for me here in Duran. It's really culminating in this task. If I get this right, and I know I have, I'm on my way. I'm well on my way. All I need to do is Varn, is this right? That was the name I was given, but you have a daughter with you.
Yes, my daughter is incredibly sick. This is her only salvation.
Excuse me, do you mean the package that has been cut in the bottom?
Oh, it is not. Oh,
gaping open?
On the bottom? What? Hold on a second. Lord, I don't think there's anything here. Just a minute, I'm gonna step over here. Oh my God. Oh my Ceresia.
Is he having an inner monologue out loud?
Oh, my Ceresio's wild.
What is... how sick is your daughter? Exactly.
My daughter is so sick that a year ago, someone from your sanctuary came there, did 3 days worth of rituals, and then spent a year crafting medallions specifically to counter her very severe, horrible disease. And this is the only way to save her suffering.
I suggest that you retrace your steps, sir.
How is
Yes,
it?
that's a very good thing. When I left the sanctuary, I could hear it tingling. Yes, I know it was in there because I heard her shaking around. I did a little bit of this. Yeah, there's something in there.
Wonderful.
I heard it. I ran most of the way. It continued with the sound. It was a very reassuring sound. As I'm running through the city, I ran straight here. I am sure I ran without interruption from the sanctuary. Oh. Wait a minute. There was this moment.
Go on.
Where two, might I add, very attractive. Got my attention. Three of them, actually, there were three. I've lost a little bit of the details. I did pause there they seemed quite nice. We shared a moment, I think a glance or two. I'm honest.
What about your vows of Laric, man?
That's right, I've been working on that vow. It's a very hard vow. You try taking a vow of, yes, I think something may have happened. It was only 2 minutes back. I was actually jogging, so we ran. We could
Take us there now.
Yes, good idea. Let's go. Follow me.
I will
I will
brave
make
this city to get this medallion for my friends.
I will make it right. I promise you. I will make it right. Come with me.
We're now going to head back to the Keppels Hill Chrono Observatory outside the main hall as Garsic Provo, the quartermaster of the Chrono Observatory, is being trailed by a rather thin, gaunt, thin and gaunt mean the same thing, odd-looking man in black, ragged clothes. Tell us a little bit about Laric, Dan.
Sorry. I was sucking on my sucking rock.
Okay, sure.
Laric is very gaunt and thin, and he is like sort of greasy and has obviously hasn't eaten a good meal in quite ever really in his life.
Is he attractive?
Well, no. He would be, but for the horrifying melted half of his face, which is burnt and melted from a terrible accident, which maybe we'll find out about at some point.
I want to know now.
No.
Tell us, Dan.
And he's
Okay.
he is he's the Archer of Fun, he's a fighter for the god of death.
Yes.
And he tends to shoot things with sticky, pointy arrows and kill them.
And I should mention Fawn, the god of death in this world, is a blind archer. So that every time Fawn lets an arrow fly, someone dies. But because he's blind, he doesn't know old, young, rich, poor. Everyone falls at some point to one of Fawn's arrows. He's a neutral god as well. The god of death is not considered an evil god here. What does Laric do for a living?
Laric is a rat catcher.
Rat catcher.
In fact, that's his name is Laric Ratsbane, because that's been his job since he was a little boy, because he was so good at throwing rocks at rats to kill them to eat. When he was an urchin growing up on the street, he was picked up by a rat catcher who took him under his wing, and then we'll find out maybe what happened to him.
Sure.
But he just had great aim.
And that is the reason why you're here, as Garsic is hustling you through some of the more sensitive parts of the building.
Right.
Now listen here. I don't want any disturbances going on. The people got real work here to do, you know what I'm saying?
They're right.
I want you to be like the rats you're trying to find. I want you to be quiet and out of the way. If they see that I brought you in here, I'm going to get it. And I don't want to get it. It is not something I want, you understand? Oh, you're being quiet now, that's what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing, I was being quiet.
All right. Yeah. You're being like sort of a smart ass in absentia.
I was just being quiet.
All
And
right.
I'm right here, I don't think I'm absent.
Now listen, this place is riddled with little tunnels all over the place.
Right.
They're mostly for wind to get in and out of the building. I don't understand it completely, but it's an architectural thing. Smarter people than I built this place.
You know what rats like?
Small
Little tunnels.
that
Yeah,
they
they
can-
really
yeah.
like them.
Yeah, well, I've discovered that in great quantities. But the problem is, they also like eating through wires. And a lot of these people here, they got these experiments that have got wires attached to things that electrocute them. And I'm tired of smelling burnt rat all over the building.
Right.
Do you see my butt?
I'm sorry?
Do you see my butt?
I guess I could if you really wanted me to.
No,
Is
you
that
can't.
part of the job?
No, here's the thing though. You can't, because my butt's been bit off so many times by the people who are in charge here that I don't have no butt no more. I got no butt. I'm assless. I'm tired of this crap. Now you get in there, you get in the walls.
Which crap if you don't have a butt?
That's really, really personal and difficult.
Right.
Have you tried to take a dump without no butt?
I have not, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to. What you do is you find yourself falling in the privy is what you do.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Doesn't sound very pleasant.
No, it doesn't. My life sucks right now and you're going to make it better. If you make it really better, I'll give you a extra coin. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Quite like a mouse or a rat or whatever the hell's in the walls. Get in there, get out, nobody sees you.
Right.
All right. I can still see you.
What's that?
What?
No, you can't see me now.
Go ahead, make a.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling stealth.
Stealth. Well, fortunately, I rolled a 10 with yes.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So you basically, he turns the other way, he looks back, and he's like, I can see your feet.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really trying.
Out.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear to God.
Yeah.
And in another part of the building, at the entrance, is a young woman who is arguing with an old friend of hers about why she is here. Now, really, I say a young woman, but she's really two young women kind of at the same time. We're talking about Nyx. Tell us a little about Nyx, Lex.
She has dark purple hair in a very, very messy braid, a hood, and she looks like she's been on the streets for a bit because she has. She definitely wears a hood and is wearing dark clothing and fingerless gloves, and looks like she hasn't showered in a bit. She is definitely grew up as a street urchin. And the woman that she's standing right next to looks exactly like her. A twin, perhaps.
And she is a follower of Pallas.
Pallas, the god of sleep, dreams, and human desire.
All right. And you're arguing with a guy named Argus Boyd. Argus Boyd, but you knew him on the streets as Ricketts. That's what that's the nickname that you used to call him. He's a former gutter runner in Dockside, which is kind of the bad part of town. But he's now an initiate engineer at the Keppels Hill Chrono Observatory, where we seem to be quite a bit here. You're arguing with him about why you're here. Oh, listen, if I let you in,
I mean, you can walk in, anybody can come in, but you're asking me for a good place to, like, you know, nick a look. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Well,
I got a good thing going here. I'm an engineer now and respectable.
understood. But I have things I can give you if you let me in.
I've heard that before.
Not like that.
Hello.
And then Zin pops up and says,
Hey, why won't you let us in? Don't we look like a nice little pair?
Oh, see, this is weird. I don't like this.
Oh, come on.
I don't like this. It's like how you rocking around with a mirror, except she talks and she's freaking me out.
Zin basically steps up and says, Nick steps up and says, listen, sir, I have secrets, and I can give you one if you let me in.
Look, I'm not a follower of your Palace Jacquard Goddess Secrets thing. Secrets don't mean much to me. I work for Nigellin. We don't have secrets. In fact, part of the tenets of our religion is we're supposed to give knowledge freely. That's why, what's the point of even spying here? You just got to walk up to someone and go, hey, give me a secret. And they're like, what secret would you like to know? And then you say, I'd like to know, the speed of, Jaguar. And they're like, what kind of Jaguar? And then 15 minutes later, you're like, I don't give a shit about Jaguars. Why am I even here? I want to kill myself. That's what it's like here. I don't understand.
Well, if things and information is so freely given, why not just let me in to ask some questions?
Because I know you.
You know me.
I know you. I know what you're going to do. You're going to come in here and you're going to go someplace you ain't supposed to be, and then you're going to get caught, because you always get caught. And then they're going to say, who let you in? And you're going to go, Ricketts. And they're going to go, who the hell is Ricketts? And then you're going to tell them that I'm Ricketts. And then I'm going to get kicked out in my butt. And I'm not going to have a cushy engineer job anymore. Not going to ever find out just how fast a Jaguar is.
Well, you seem to know me quite well, Ricketts. Why do you think I would, let it slip that you let me in?
Because you got her with you. You might not say anything, but she will.
I won't say a dang thing. I promise. I won't say anything.
Tell me something she don't want to know, or want me to know about her.
Oh, well, Nix looks at her like, don't you bloody dare say anything. And Zin just smiles and says, she crushes so easily on handsome men.
Yeah, see? See, she can't keep her mouth shut. Yeah. Because she's one of them illusions. She's your inner desire, right? That's how this works.
Nix just stares at you.
Yeah, I know, I've read things. I live in a library now. Yeah, you have your...
What if I just go in and leave this one out here?
You can't! Go ahead, try, leave her here. No, yeah, I'll hold her hand. And he reaches out and grabs hold, but of course his hand goes right through her because she's an illusion. Oh, you're creepy. You're creepy is what you is. I don't like it. It's an illusion that thinks it's real.
Well, what if I give you some gold?
Now we're talking the language of Ricketts.
How much would you like?
How much do you have?
She pulls in her pocket and, because she's stealthy and such,
Sure.
only takes out a little bit and
How much?
hides the rest.
How much?
How about 5 gold?
And that's all you've got?
That's all I got. Look at me.
No, I believe you. Zin, is that all she's got?
Nix looks over at Zin, who looks back at her and says, yes. Ooh, what is all she has?
Yeah, you're both lies, but I'll take your 5. Just throw it over.
All right, in you go. I never told you this, but there are all kinds of little tunnels. They got rats in them, so be careful. But you could get pretty much any place in the building by going in the tunnels, and people say things. They say things, and you're in a tunnel, you hear it. It's for ventilation, is what they say.
Darn.
But if you're gonna find a secret, you must likely find it in a tunnel. But I never told you nothing.
You didn't tell me nothing.
Now, you hear her creepy? I told you nothing, he says to your illusion.
Zen goes,
Yeah, I believe that when I see it. All right, so off you go. He points you to where there would be an entrance into one of these ventilation tunnels. Do you bide your time and when nobody's looking, slip into the tunnels?
yes.
All right. You make your way through a rather long, windy tunnel. Are you looking for any place in particular, or are you just trying to follow the sound of interesting voices?
Yes, I'm following the sound of interesting voices. Anything that sounds heightened, like, I just want to hear what I can hear. Anything that I can hear.
So you hear some rather boring talk about why calendars are a lie. You hear a long historic accounting of something that's supposed to happen 3 years from now. And you do hear some rather excited talk from a young man that seems to be stumbling and stuttering all over himself trying to explain. So you kind of hone in on that. You find that you have to go quite a ways down the tunnel, and there are rats here. You've scared a couple of them, and hopefully you're not afraid of rats.
I'm used to rats.
Zen doesn't like them and tries to pretend she's going to bite them the whole time that you go about. But you get to an area right above a room where this excited talking is happening. You see a man, obviously a man of importance. He kind of holds himself as if he is in authority. He's wearing a fairly simple robe, but the staff that he has is very complex and has got numerous small objects that are revolving around the head of the staff, obviously extremely magical and very complex. He says to you, who of course are often also in the room, all right, slow yourself down and explain once again. Now, I've seen the math. You say that yesterday this second was not missing. But today, at what time exactly?
Today at 1:37 p.m.
You did the math.
Yes.
And the second is gone from existence.
Just gone. Yeah. Looked it over. Had Delmer and Delilah look it over. Had Vogel look it over. It's gone.
He's correct. I did the math. Vogel is also in the room. You are speaking, by the way, to Tiberius Argundus, who is the Time Walker magistrate of the building. He is the person who is in charge not only of the Chrono Observatory, but of the Church of Nigellin within the city of Jura. Very powerful, powerful man. I've done the math. It is correct. Somehow he lost a second.
I didn't lose the second. It's just gone. I didn't do anything. I was just doing the math, okay, and it's just gone. It's like, where would it go? Where would I misplace it? It's not like I put it in my pocket and it's not there anymore, like a hole in the pocket or anything like that. It's just gone. So,
nobody is saying that you stole a second or lost a second. Well, actually, most of the people are saying that.
Yeah, a lot of people actually been saying I've lost a second, and I don't know if I like that because I didn't lose it. It's just gone.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself. He stares down at the paper that the math is written on. And with a wave of his hand, the numbers come off the page and start to swirl around. And they form themselves into almost a map of sorts. And you know that what you're seeing before you is a chronoscope. It is an examination of time. And you can see quite clearly within the sequence is a hole. A very small, but very distinct hole.
So, clearly I didn't do that, because that's not normal. But like, what?
I have not seen that in over 1,000 years.
But you have seen it.
No, I've lived for over 1,000 years and I've never seen it.
God, sorry, I wasn't quite sure how old you were. I didn't think it was right to ask.
You see, I think the reason they are reacting in the way that they are is what we are seeing in front of ourselves is an impossibility. Time, as far as we understand it, cannot be plucked out of existence. It cannot be removed. It is not like the other energies or forces. It cannot be, well, you know this.
Yes.
Time cannot be altered or changed. It can be manipulated.
Yes.
But it cannot be destroyed or removed. Which means that we are looking at something that no one has ever seen before. And more importantly, you have found something that no one has ever seen before.
I didn't want to. I'm just trying to do my job, just trying to finish my graduate program and just,
Oftentimes in history, fantastic and momentous things happen to people that wish they had not happened to. In fact, some of the best people are the ones who wish they were not involved in destiny. But here we are, and here you are, and that is not a coincidence. As this conversation is going on, you find yourself is coming after a rat, and you come, almost barreling right into this woman who is, go around the corner, and there's a person right there. In fact, not a person, just a person, but two people.
Do they see me?
It's hard not to, because you're like literally right there. Okay, so she makes that noise.
Hi.
And of course, as soon as she makes that noise, you all hear that noise. Yeah. And you...
Shh. Hello?
Zin says, no one's here!
I don't believe you.
You're gonna get me fired. We're not supposed to make any noise.
Oh, what the bloody...
No one's here because you're gonna get us fired, says Zin.
Oh, Zin! Oh!
Yeah, shut up, Zin.
All right. Tiberius Agundus goes like that, and the two of you immediately disappear from where you are and appear in front of them. And he looks at the two of you. And just what do we have here? Now, something very odd happens in that moment. Dan, you are no longer where you were. You're running up the stairs of what feels to be an unending tower. You stop at an open window to see a battle happening on a massive bridge connecting two towers. You draw an arrow and nock it, pulling the bowstring as tight as your strength allows. You take aim, feeling your sight drift from your mind and letting your soul guide its flight. The arrow flies free. You watch as it finds its target directly into the heart of the young man now standing before you. And now you're back to the present.
Oh, whoa. What did you just do?
I mean, hey, you shouldn't be asking questions. We should ask, who are you? This is a secret meeting, so you shouldn't be here.
I'm just on my way out. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
So, Lex, you turn around to leave, and you kind of grab hold of the door. And then your hands grip the edge of a bridge, the rock face crumbling beside you. Blood trickles into your eyes, making it harder for you to see and think. You can feel the strength in your fingers wither and die. A man falls or is pushed to your left, and you watch as he tumbles down onto the rocky spears of the mountainside hundreds of feet below you. An awful way to die. Just as your fingers slip off the ledge, you see a hand shoot out to grab yours, and their fingers brush against yours as you watch the bridge recede and the wind whips through your hair. And then you're back.
What the bloody hell was that?
Well, that's not normal, says Vogel.
There's a lot of that going around today.
What have you done to my head?
That is an interesting question. What did you do to their head? He says to you.
What do you think I'm doing things today? I didn't do anything, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You made me kill you.
I'm sorry, what? What? Wait, no. Really, what?
Oh, I mean, I thought it... Nah.
No, I want to hold on to this moment. Don't kill me.
I don't know. I just saw her in my head.
I'm backing away from you at this point. Like
myself shooting an arrow straight into your heart.
Master, can we do something about these people? I don't.
Well, to be honest, we've all thought about it, says Vogel.
I haven't.
Tiberius looks at Vogel like, give the kid a break.
Is it your time?
Do you understand what's happening? He says to you.
No.
You're time touched, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
For some reason, these people are sharing that trait. What is your moment that you remember? And when he says that, Elen is lying still, cradled in your arms. Her hand grips yours in a dying embrace, but between your palms sits a tiny bag. You know it's of great importance. You know you must protect it, that she died protecting it. You also know that you are a poor shield to the forces that will come to claim it. And now you're back.
I don't like to think about it. And I was told I shouldn't talk about it.
And you know from what you've been told that people who are time touched and have these glimpses, it usually only happens once.
Yeah.
And this was much longer than your original glimpse, which is usually only a second or...
I saw it again, though. I'm on a bridge.
I saw a bridge.
So they're seeing my moment? How are they seeing my moment? That's mine. No one else is supposed to have that. I don't know what to do with this. I've been holding this for 10 years and I've never known what to do with this because I can't escape it. I just keep seeing it and you shouldn't have to see this. I'm sorry.
In this moment, Were you shot with an arrow?
No, I don't.
So they're not seeing your moment. They're seeing their moment in the same place in which your moment takes place. That means that they are there during your moment, during the event.
Yeah. I mean, there must be.
Vogel, I need the room. You know what this means? He says, yes, I do. And I need some time to talk with the three. All right. I'd rather be in the room. Out you go. Fine. Next time I have a moment like this, you can't be in the room either. And out he goes. Have you ever heard of a liminal event?
A liminal what?
A liminal event.
I mean,
no. Zen goes, I've never heard of any of this.
I've heard of it, but.
So, you've been taught that time is a constant, and that time is mapped out. We do it all the time. We map out the future, and we examine it. But that's not completely true. There are things called liminal events. They're like a moment of choice. It's an event in which time can change and can diverge from what we understand it to be to something else. There aren't very many of them, and they're almost always attached to a single individual or group of individuals. I think the reason why they're having your glimpse is they're part of this liminal event. And I think this liminal event has something to do with the second, which is now missing 1 month hence.
Saying this is happening?
I'm saying that the second is missing a month from now. I don't know enough about the glimpses that you've just experienced. But it does mean that something that we do not currently understand, and I say we because I myself do not understand it either. The problem is, with a liminal event, only one time walker can alter a liminal event, and that's the one who has been touched by it. I cannot, neither can anyone in this building, have anything to do with this event. Anything that we do, any alteration we make to it, could have disastrous conclusions.
But you're saying it can be changed?
Perhaps. A liminal event, by its very nature, is a moment of change.
Zen goes, does this mean that we have to come along?
Yes.
Well, no.
Oh, sorry, no.
No. He says, however, usually, if you're not at the liminal event, something extremely bad may happen to all of you.
Nix goes, well, I'm taking my chances, you know. I don't know these people.
And yet is certainly within your right. Of course, you may die horribly as a result of it, being turned inside out by the forces of probability and the understanding of time as we know it. But, to each his own.
Yeah, that sounds not nice.
And you hear from outside the door, oh, I've seen it, it's terrible.
I mean, I don't mind dying, but I wouldn't want to go that way. So, yeah, well,
I mean, if we're talking about things that can change or maybe gonna change, I would like to change the part where you kill me.
Yeah. I mean,
it would be nice.
Sure,
It would be
yeah.
nice. It would be. Is all I'm saying is it would be nice.
I do have a quick question about Nyx's vision. The man that she saw going over.
I didn't say a man.
Just said person.
I said very specifically, I said, oh, a man, you're talking about the man that fell?
Yes.
Yes. No. No.
Do I recognize him at all? What does he look like?
You do not, it was very quick.
Got it.
So it's hard to tell.
Got it.
I'll tell you what, make an intelligence check to see if you can remember.
Lad. 6.
You're pretty sure he was male. Now you're not so sure. So, who knows? Look.
Well, all right then. Nyx seems like she's resigned.
Look, before we jump to conclusions, I'm going to send you to the headmistress at Lions Peak Sanctuary. Wyndham should be able to detect whether you're all connected. I think that should be your next step. If you are, then you are given leave to try and repair this liminal event. But be understood, I cannot help you. You are on your own, Time Walker.
I understand.
The church must take a certain level of neutrality here.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No.
You know where Lions Peak Sanctuary lies?
I've never been there, but yeah, I think I know.
You probably killed some rats there.
Yeah, sure. I know where it is.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm Teal, by the way.
Yeah, Laric. I don't want to be turned inside out by the forces of time, so I'm sticking close to you. Yeah. Also, there's a pile of dead rats outside of Garcett's office. And I do need my coin.
We'll get you paid before you leave.
Right, thanks.
You want to roll a investigation? I know you're better at it. To find the quickest way to get to the sanctuary?
Oh, yeah, well,
See how many rats are dead.
I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Oh, that's enough, because it's an area that you know pretty well.
Yeah, it's an area I know pretty well.
The fastest way is to go right through the shirt district.
The shirt district, of course. Yeah, right where the big, near the gate of Jaw, right?
Yeah. Just
right past that.
right past the shirt district. We'll take you right there.
We could go through the curtain district to get there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, right.
How you get there? Yeah.
Are
you coming?
I suppose.
Sorry, wait. I know what I was doing there. And I know what he was doing there, because he works here or lives here or does whatever he does. But what are you doing there up in the tunnels?
Zen says, "We was spying!" And then I'm going to leave there.
We was spying.
Going to beat the death of me.
We then move back over to the center of the shirt district, where Anders and Felig are just coming out of one of the various and sundry shirt stores there.
I'm just saying that it looked better on me than it looks on you.
Well,
That's why I didn't want to pay for it.
Well, I'm not arguing with you, but thank you for buying me 3. I didn't know they came in two other different colors.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So, what next?
Pants.
Pants district is way across town.
I was just about to say, we're way far away from the pants district. Do you think?
Just go back to the monastery.
Do you think I could find pants that went with this shirt?
No, I don't think so. I've been looking for years.
That guy is back and he's staring at it and goes, I'm staring at you now because your pants are terrible.
Piss off, man!
Okay. But at least I followed you to where your shirt came from.
Can I kill him for once?
No, as tempting as it may be. as you are having this conversation, the two of you come by, and you're pretty sure right around here is where you met the three pretty women. Stunningly attractive women.
Two of them were nearly identical with red hair, and there was a third, and they talked to me. Oh wait, I think one of them, when I walked up, was doing a little game with cups and stuff under the cups. If we can find where they, hey, I think.
Oh, hi! It's the old man we saw from before.
I am gone.
That's her.
Tobias!
Where are your friends? This couple, I swear this will end well. I swear.
You need to give me the name of your supervisor.
Oh God, I'd really rather not. We can hold that one as like a last effort. I can give it to you, but let me do this first. Let me make it right. I'm sure maybe it fell, or heaven forbid. I hate to even think of the fact that they may have taken it. I curse myself for even saying it, but maybe something happened.
Go on.
All right. I believe it was not ill will. People are good, or they should be, or they can be. If we can just get them, we can sort this all out, and they will have it, or they'll help us find it, and then we'll send you and your friend on their way to save her daughter.
Anders looks at you and very quietly goes, "You see, that's what you look like when you're that naive."
In the meantime, I whispered to Dee, I'm like, look, Dee, can I call you Dee? You get to give your this thing back to this lovely, sweet gentleman since we no longer need it.
I just hope when we get there they haven't sold it.
Well, they're right there. So.
Right in front of them? Or can we like...
I whisper.
25 feet.
Oh, I was whispering to her, yeah.
They're up here. We're almost there.
Meanwhile, the three of you come through and you're arguing with Zen over the fastest way through the Shirt District because Zen keeps telling you that there's a shortcut, that you just go through the alleyways. And she gives this long, drawn-out conversation. And somewhere in the middle of it, by the way, she says, you know, you're really cute when you turn to the left.
Okay, thanks.
As you pass by this group, Leaf.
Yeah.
You stand on a bridge between two impossibly tall towers. There are fallen and broken soldiers all around you. You see one of them, his palm open. In his palm is a tattoo. 3 circles with a horned skull smiling at its center. A slight man, the one actually that you saw just passing by, runs up to you and presses a small brown leather bag into your hand. He says, you can't let them get it, just like this.
Can't let them get it.
You hear the thunder of footsteps. You close your eyes and take a deep breath as you launch yourself off the bridge and into the open sky below. And then you are back.
And I can see him?
Yes?
You! Where is he? Where is he? Talk or I will rip you limb from limb. Talk now! Where is he?
By any chance, did you just see a bridge?
How do you know that?
All right, next. Ashley, or I should say, Elen. Oh. You feel the blow. Something hits you hard, harder than you've ever been hit before. Your body feels weightless, and you realize you're sailing through the air. You wince as you anticipate that the journey is about to come to an abrupt end. The impact does not disappoint. You feel something inside break and give way. Your weapon falls from your hand, but in the other, you manage to hold on to a small leather bag. You smile as you realize you still have it. You suddenly see Teal's face before you. You press the bag into his hand. He's warm. You're cold. Your lips shudder as the air leaves your body. And then you're back.
You look concerned.
Oh,
That was so weird. Your face just went all.
no, I was just. We should give this thing back to that nice old man.
So, again, you're new in town. You
Yes.
don't know. I'll show you how I do my trick, right? Okay, so there was nothing in any of the cups.
Brian, Tobias. You sit in the wreckage of a great battle, squarely in the center of a long bridge connecting two towers. You feel exhausted and your breath is labored. Suddenly, a spear of light pierces the sky and you can feel its heat and power even from where you stand. It strikes the west tower, cutting it in twain in an instant. With a horrible cacophony, the tower tips toward you, tumbling in an avalanche of destruction. You grip the vial around your neck and you're back.
Whoa. What the?
Are you all right?
Did you see that?
No, and I don't see the medallion either, so we should move on, please.
Right. They're right over there. Miss, ladies.
In that moment, and it's rather hard, by the way, I know the two of you are trying to shake off what just happened, but it's a very soul-affecting moment as far as it leaves you with the feeling like you were really there, not just like you saw it, but you experienced
Well,
it.
I've not forgotten it. I'm just trying to distract.
Sure, but I'm just cautioning you on that.
Yes.
Suddenly, like a glitch, like something stutters in the existence of the world, and figures pop into existence from that glitch, from that stutter.
This is something they're experiencing or we're all experiencing?
We're all experiencing. And we need to roll for initiative.
Oh!
That's right.
Oh, we can't afford it.
Next time on Dungeon Call. The blade wielders are going to simply rush to the nearest target. Oh, Varn is down.
Oh no, my God. Wow.
I turn to Anders. I'm sorry. I tried.
Sure.
And I go into a state of rage.
Rage, not a shocker. All right. You cast that and you're like, I'm really cold now.
Freezes your feet in place.
14 for just one crossbow.
And so you rolled 2 6s?
Yes.
Okay.
So sorry.
It was a shocking number for a hand crossbow.
He got a little scared. What's happening?
Declan.
Upon seeing Tobias fumble yet again, he managed to somehow damage the cleric more, already unconscious. I walk over to our ally cleric and cast Cure Wounds upon him.
Okay, sure.
And that's where the medicine was made in the first place. Now it's gone, and we're going to get it back. We're going to get it back.
I'd like to also say, Vaughn, was it? I'd like to offer my services, my apology. We will retrieve both my sister and the medicine to save your daughter. I swear by ticket.
By your God, you swear.
Oh my God. I may be a pickpocket, but I do not want a child to suffer.